Hello, hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face and my card making space and some non-card projects. 99% of the time, I make cards. It's what I like to do. It's my thing. However, I made for this video a bunch of tags. And the fun thing about them is if we do just the base bit, the stamping and the die cutting, you can make a ton of tags really quickly, really easily. But then I'm going to show how I step them up, pattern paper, used some pattern paper, did a bit of die cutting, smidge of ink blending, added some bling, of course. So, as always, everything I used will be listed and linked in the description box below the video. My links are affiliate links. That just means that if you click on one of my links and end up placing an order, I do get a little kickback from that at no extra cost to you. That is what helps pay the bills, keeps my heaters running, enables me to keep bringing out content. And then at the end of this video, in the end screen, I'll post a link to my 2025 holiday card series playlist. Lots of videos in there. Several, many, who knows how many more coming. There's a lot. So let's get into making these tags. So I'm using this Simon Says Stamp 4-for-1 Christmas tags stamp set, and there is a coordinating die set. And the stamp set is actually just one stamp. Stamps everything at once. Love it. This would be a smidge easier if your cardstock was slightly bigger than A2, taller specifically. My panels are A2 sized, and this will just fit because the die cuts all four at once, so they're all connected. And I had a bunch of A2 panels, and I was like, I'm just gonna make this work. So it only took a couple of minutes. And once everything's set up, this is what I mean about this. You could just make a literal ton of these really easily. So I made sure that the die set does fit on this A2 panel. And I'm going to line up the die, and then I took the stamp and made sure that it was also lined up so that after it's stamped, when I die cut, I'm not like die cutting off the edge, because especially there's like little decorative bits, like that one bottom tag has a little scalloped edge to it. So just kind of kept flipping it back and forth, making sure everything was lined up, and then get it lined up in my stamp positioner. I'm using a MISTI today. And then once it's lined up, this is where we could just go to town and just stamp, repeat, do as many as your heart desires. I stamped 4 panels. Could have kept going and doing a bunch more. I used Simon's Pawsitively Saturated inks in the first one was gingerbread, and then I did cocoa, and then I cleaned the stamp off and went to mist and then raindrop. I was in a like white, blue, brown sort of combo. Something a little different for me anyway. And then after I got all of them stamped, I then die cut, which the die, it's one wafer die, so that took all of 2 minutes, whatever, to die cut all 4 of these panels, and I could have just kept going. These were fun, and I like the sort of vintage style of these images. They reminded me of, the old original little Christmas tags or Christmas, like the stickers that you could put that had the little image and then you could put the name like to and from and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I thought they were really cute. So you could leave it at that. And then you've got just a pile, just as many as you want. But I wanted to step them up. So I pulled out this is the layered Scallop tags wafer die set. And I pulled out some pattern paper. Specifically some of my Doodlebug pattern paper. Those that have followed me for a long time now. I have not only a soft spot for Doodlebug, I have a collection. I have a lot. I love it. Been making a point of actually using it a bit more. So I pulled out a couple of their pattern papers and I die cut using the layered Scallop tags, which have like little decorative edging as well. I love that. I've talked about that a lot. I love die sets that have, stitching and piercing and little decorative bits that are part of the die. So it just adds all that extra texture, all that extra detail, etc. with no effort. I don't have to do anything extra. It's like I'm already die cutting. Why not? So once I had all the pattern paper die cut with those scallop tags, I partnered up the stamped and die cut tags and their little toppers, which the toppers are from the layered scallop tag set. And I die cut those from scraps of brown cardstock, and I think it was Simon's Rainforest cardstock I used. Yes, Rainforest. So then everything's lined up, sort of paired together. And when I was doing all of my die cutting, I also die cut my little decorative elements. This is where scraps always come into play. Love it so much. So I die cut scraps of white cardstock, and for that I used, it was a Memory Box poinsettia die. I showed the set. This set I don't think is available anymore. I couldn't find a link to it. I bought it years ago. I'll link to a similar little set. And if you weren't aware, Memory Box actually designs a lot of the die sets for Simon Says Stamp. It'll say on the back of the packaging, like, designed by Memory Box in partnership. And because, yeah, Memory Box has a ton of fabulous die sets. I love them. I love them a lot. And yeah, a lot of the Simon Says Stamps, some of my favorites are designed by Memory Box. So I had die cut these poinsettia layers from just white cardstock. And then to, zhuzh it up a bit, add a little extra, I was using Dew Positively Saturated ink. So the lightest shade from the other two that I had stamped the actual tags with. And I just took a blending brush and I was just lightly blending it on the centers of each of these die cuts. So it just brings in that little bit of a color, that little bit of frostiness, and it adds extra. However, you could skip this step. They are just tags. They don't need to be, super, super crazy or anything like that. But all of this were just things where it's like, once you start, it's pretty simple and I can kind of zone out. I do all the die cutting. I did all the stamping. I just sit and do this quick little bit of blending. All of this, of course, is edited to be faster than how I move in real life, but each step didn't take like overly long, really. So, and I just work on everything in blocks, did all the stamping first, then all the die cutting, then all the ink blending, etc. So, another decorative element I pulled out, this is another favorite, I've used this one many times, is the arching leaf border wafer dies. And I just took the die that had just the individual leaves and I die cut that from scraps of Neenah Desert Storm cardstock. So I've got some little leaves, and then I've got my little poinsettias, my tags, etc. So now it's time to start assembling. And I just used liquid glue. And what I ended up deciding to do was using the toppers from the scallop tags wafer dies. I use those and they just cover the holes on the tags that I stamped and die cut. And yeah, this just builds up the extra elements. And then my last little, or my second to last little embellishment, I used the Splendid Snowflakes again. I told y'all I'd be using this die set a lot because I love it. You can't really tell much on camera. I use the scraps of the Rainforest cardstock, but it also has, a little piercing detail and everything in each of the snowflakes. Love it. So tucking those in. And then my final embellishment were some Positively Dazzling gems. These are the gold ones, which to me, the ones that are labeled, like the gold ones, have more of a, I would consider like either an antique gold or they have like a, I don't want to say brown because that gives it like, more of an antique gold color. If you want like closer to gold, like yellow gold with specifically the Positively Dazzling gems, I use the ones, the butter color. Those are the ones when I'm thinking gold, like yellow gold, those are the ones I use. So these ones, though, these gold ones went perfectly with like the craft and the brown and all that. So I use them as like flower centers, and I also would put them in the centers of the snowflakes, and then here and there I would add just, a little extra one because as always, I have, I'm not sure how many lifetimes we're up to now of bling. I think I used to say, multiple lifetimes, and I was like 3 lifetimes, 4 lifetimes. It's many lifetimes. I'm Count Dracula. So yeah, many lifetimes of bling. Ha ha ha. And yeah, so adding those for extra little bits. The only thing I didn't do was add like ribbon or twine. I was gonna, but honestly, personally, I don't like adding it when like before actually putting it on the like because I use the ribbon or the twine to tie it to the gift, to the package, to the gift bag, whatever. Um, so yeah, they're not all fancy for the photos with fancy ribbon bows and things. But I was like, no, I don't want to cut and waste a bunch of ribbon until it's time to actually put them on something. Does that make sense? And if I was going to give these as a gift, because that's another thing you could do is do up little gifts. Um, I would then include like a roll of ribbon or some twine, things like that, to make it all just one and done. You've got a whole selection of tags and some twine or what have you to use to attach, like just the roll, so the person can just cut as they go as they need them. So that's also a fun little thing because then, of course, you can also customize, do different color combos, customize them. This is a great way to use pattern paper. I know we've all got it, hordes of it, our curated collections, and even just like die cutting tags with pattern paper. And you don't even have to go to like this level and like adding like all these extra bits and adhering and everything else. Even just to die cut extra tags from pattern paper to attach sort of together, because then it gives you extra space to write something, whatever. That steps it up on its own as well. So these are my finished stepped up tags. These were a lot of fun, and now I'm just like, oh, I need more time to like do more in other color combos because I went blue, brown, white here, but it's like we could do traditional colors, do reds and greens, brown and pink. I did cards earlier this season with that. Like the sky's the limit. So, anywho, those are all of my little tags using that 4-for-1 Christmas tag stamp and die set that I love. Like I mentioned, links to all the things will be in the description box below, and the playlist will be in the end screen. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye. Thank you so much to my amazing Patreon supporters. For anyone that might be interested in joining my Patreon community and supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description box below the video. For everyone else, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't, I'd love to have you. And here's a couple other videos for you to check out in case you missed them. Bye!